Hello everyone, welcome back for some more thrift store finds from the Goodwill bargain bins. Today we have another monumental mountain of media to go through. Starting off with some VHS, we have The Great Outdoors, great classic comedy, and the kids songs, A Day at Old MacDonald's Farm. Then a few Blu-rays with the Pets 1 and 2 collection, The Secret Life of Pets 1 and 2, Paws to the Rescue, the Home Alone 1 and 2 collection, Avatar, and Letters to Juliet. And then getting into the stacks upon stacks of DVDs, we have a bunch of those CG Barbie movies. Those tend to do well. This is a Mermaid Tale 1 and 2 pack, The Diamond Castle, The Pearl Princess, and A Fairy Secret. It always amazes me how many of those there are, those Barbie ones. We have Happiness is a Warm Blanket, Charlie Brown, the nice slipcover, and Charlie Brown's Christmas Tales. Some Tom and Jerry with Tom and Jerry in Space, and Tom and Jerry and Friends Volume 2. This is really cool. This is the Best of She-Ra, Princess of Power, which is a nice box set. Embossed and everything. It includes the Secret of the Sword movie, and it looks like it even has a documentary. Some music videos, all kinds of stuff, so that's really, really cool. As well as Roseanne Season 2, the first 3 seasons of Justified, and the first 3 seasons of One Tree Hill. So that was always great to find. You find seasons, usually find like, seasons 2, 5, and 7. But nope, 1 through 3 of multiple shows at one go. That's a really good way to start the morning. As well as a ton of individual DVDs. This is cool, I don't see these very often. It's John Carpenter's Christine, but what's cool about it is it has the Sci-Fi Essentials logo. The old Sci-Fi channel, when it was actually a channel for science fiction. It wasn't the SYFY channel, and there were just a handful of films, I don't remember off the top of my head how many, that were kind of staples that they must have paid to constantly to rerun, and then they'd be released on DVD with that label. So that's kind of a cool find, just something I don't run into a whole lot. The Hangover, Devil, Shanghai Express, The Romantics, a sealed ABC Family Melissa Joan Hart Christmas movie, Holiday in Handcuffs, the Disney Teen Beach movie. It's weird, this era of the Disney Channel, like early 2000s, like my very young siblings would have been kind of into it, even a little bit after their time. There was the High School Musical and like the Teen Beach movie. There's a bunch of stuff in here that had a very almost 50s vibe, like 50s beach, like a blanket bingo, like 50s into very early 60s. Interesting, in that time frame of a lot of these live action Disney stuff for the kids, there was kind of a weird 50s vibe to a lot of it, I've just noticed over the years. Then we had The Adventures of Clutch Powers, a Lego movie, Babes in Toyland, A Quest for the Crystal Mickey, Jackie Chan's The Medallion, News of the World, Disney Princess Enchanted Tales, Follow Your Dreams. There's a handful of those, and that's the one I always find with that gold cover. Care Bears, Festival of Fun. Volcano, the one that's great to pair with Dante's Peak, which this was always the less logical, insane one, but it was enjoyable to see in theaters kind of thing. That was one of those, it was the spectacle, and one I remember seeing in the theaters. Snakes on a Plane, Becoming Jane, Sweet and Lowdown, America, The Story of Us, part of that series. This is Boom, The Big Easy, as well as the show, The Big Easy, Season 2, For the Boys, Lady and the Tramp, The Young Victoria, Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End, Dances with Wolves, Finding Nemo, Happy Gilmore, which I think there's a sequel to this coming out soon. I don't know about that. The Birdcage, great movie with Robin Williams. Les Mis, a 5-film romance collection. The Notebook, some more romance. The Wiggles, Splish Splash, Big Red Boat. The Incredibles, Harry and the Hendersons. Rugrats Mysteries, By Dawn's Early Light. 3 Bears and a New Baby, some Sesame Street fun. The Swan Princess, Home on the Range, the first of the Pirates movies, Megan, and Patton, the 2-disc edition. One Day, Little Women, Happily Never After, The Christmas Lodge, Capote, Bridget Jones' Diary, The Guardian, Lonesome Dove, License to Wed, Stephen King's Pet Sematary, Rango, the CG Yogi Bear movie, Ultimate Avengers, the movie, another Incredibles, this one has the nice slipcover, Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest, The Passion, Cars 2, Breakfast at Tiffany's, Heidi and the High Tops, the movie, and CSI, the complete 5th season, Bridget Jones, The Edge of Reason, The Holiday, Saved, The Man in the Moon, Night at the Museum with this cool lenticular slipcover, Murder by Numbers, Saturday Night Fever, Glenn Close in Damages, Season 1, Sparkle, Fool's Gold, the 2-disc edition of The Notebook, A Few Good Men, The Hot Tie and the Not Tie, oh, that looks terrible, with Paris Hilton, The Magic School Bus, The Human Body, Equilibrium, Earth Minus Zero, Midnight in Paris, some Berenstain Bears Discover School, Tron Legacy, Miss Congeniality, Scoop, some Cagney and Lacey True Convictions, My Best Friend's Wedding, the 15th anniversary edition of The Big Chill, and New in Town, Sliding Doors, Sarah's Choice and Hidden Secrets, the original Moulin Rouge, Cars 3, Catch and Release, the Spiderwick Chronicles, nice kind of cool box set here. Looks kind of a little bit like a book style. And then we have the Garfield 1 and 2 movie collection, Hellboy 2, the Berenstain Bears Christmas Tree, A Little Bit of Heaven, a 4-movie Elvis collection, 15 great films. I saw this one before, this classic cinema collection. Rin Tin Tin, this is the CG movie. Overboard, a few volumes of Timmy Time, 15th anniversary edition of Pretty Woman, Curious George, Life is Beautiful, Get It Off, a 4-film classic holiday collection. We have Christmas in Connecticut, Boys Town, The Singing Nun, and A Christmas Carol. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou, and The Incredible Hulk, as well as a bunch of classic TV volumes. We have Lost TV Shows, a 20-episode collection of a bunch of shows that don't have a lot of really good DVD releases, or they're more in those public domain sets, stuff like Lassie, The Life of Riley, You Bet Your Life, I Married Joan, Combat, Sea Hunt, which Sea Hunt, it's always, I see them, Sea Hunt, in a lot of these public domain sets, and there's always just like 1 or 2 episodes, and then some other shows might have 10. I don't know if there just aren't a lot that are available in public domain, what the thing is there. Mannix, Burke's Law, some Dragnet, I wonder which Dragnet that is, what year that is, Wagon Train, Mr. Ed, and The Adventures of Robin Hood. It's an interesting little collection, as well as some of The Lucy Show, a couple different volumes of that, The Best of Barney from The Andy Griffith Show, some Bewitched. Then we have a Carol Burnett Christmas, the Carol Burnett Show Showstoppers, and a Lucy collection with a bunch of different Lucy episodes. So kind of stuff that I'm going to probably put together a big kind of classic TV set, like a lot for someone with some of these. I have a few more unlisted and a few I'm going to look through, so I think that'll make a good kind of set, putting all of those together. And then some Honeymooners. These would definitely go well together, because we have the classic 39, this traditional box set. This is like the one I have in my collection, that's all those classic from the TV series era of the Honeymooners, not from any of the other shows, not the Jackie Gleason show or anything like that, just the core Honeymooners. And then the best of collection of the Honeymooners lost episodes. There were a lot of lost episodes, like big box sets, and then a couple of these small ones just had this one has 5 episodes, so those will go well together. So lots of good classic TV. It's always fun to see. And just a few quick music finds before we get into all the books. We have Carrie Underwood, Blown Away, and Aretha Franklin 3-volume box sets. That was pretty nice to see. And this is interesting. This Shrek 2 party CD is apparently a Walmart exclusive. Music from the Shrek 2 DVD. Get your party started. And that's just kind of a weird... There's so much Shrek stuff, especially when those first few came out. They really pushed a lot of that. And starting off the books with 2 really cool... I think I actually had both of these when I was a kid around that time. But these big color and activity book. This Batman Returns. Really cool to find activity books and coloring books, or the watercolor ones from like the 70s, 80s, and 90s when they're not super colored in. And this one, I look through it and there's only 1 page that's colored in, the whole thing. Okay? And this one has no pages colored in that I saw. I'll let go through again, of course. But we have the paint and marker book. So another Batman one with easy tear out pages, and I don't think any were torn out, but really cool. So some kid has had probably all these Batman Return things and never filled them in, so just these were great to find. Alright, one last music find ended up falling off the pile there, but we have 1 cassette with Public Enemy, Fear of a Black Planet. Just 1 kid's book with a classic Barney little kid's book. The unabridged production, I think this is the CD, not the... Yeah, it's 11 CD, man, 12 hours, I can't imagine listening to that. Of Twilight, so 1 good audiobook find. And then just a bunch of books with some Charlene Harris. Then we had Meet the Women of the Underworld, Bitten. One of these PC and Kristen Cast books. Find those. Used to find those a lot, not as much anymore. This Angelic Messenger cards, this book and card box set. Smoked Out. Night World, this big collection. Give Me the Child. The Devil in Silver. Hex. This Mickey Spillane 5 complete Mike Hammer novels. This is an interesting collection, this cool hardcover set. Vampires of El Norte. The Ones Who Got Away. Gone with the Witch. I wonder if that is an intentional pun with Gone with the Wind. You can always assume, but you never know. But Beautiful Bad Girl, Storm Cartwright. Oh my goodness. These always sound fascinating. Pestilence. Haunting Adeline. Parallel Worlds, from the author of Hyperspace, which I actually remember reading that many, many years ago. So this actually might be one to check out. I have to add that to my reading list. And then the last thing here we have Vintage Years of the Theater Guild, 1928 to 1939. So good variety of stuff again. Another great way to add to the week. And if you love this kind of stuff, I have many, many years, especially if you're new, of these kind of videos. Tons of pickups, and recently my wife and I just did a huge look at our Blu-ray collection, a bunch of video games, so a whole bunch of this kind of type of collecting and like selling, whatever, that type of material. There's a lot of that on here, a lot of retro finds. I love that kind of stuff. And if you're interested in Star Trek, I also have a second channel, Trek A Day, which has Star Trek stuff all the time. So tons of stuff coming your way, and I hope you enjoy.